Alright, so RPCS3 just got a major update. We used to get a lot of black screens after installing ISOs, but they fixed it. You can actually play a lot of the games that were going to a straight black screen after install.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
away from me! visions, they were real! The gods came to me, told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late! We're pinned down! These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan, even for you.
Normally, I would have had a crash, unexpected memory error, but that is fixed as well. I can actually play this game for a long time.
By defeating Ares, Kratos, the once mortal warrior, became the new god of war. However, Kratos soon found himself alone on Olympus, shunned by his fellow gods. But Kratos had no need for the love of petty gods. He had found a new family in the warriors of Sparta, gaining solace from his past in the carnage of battle.
My lord, Kratos! Another city is ready to fall! Soon all shall know the glory of Sparta!
Enough, Kratos! With every city you destroy, the wrath of Olympus grows. Soon I will no longer be able to protect you.
I need no protection.
Do not forget that it was I who made you a god, Ghost of Sparta. Do not turn your back on me.
I owe you nothing.
Then you leave me no choice.
Kratos had turned the pain of his memories into hatred. Hatred for the gods, who had refused to free him from the nightmares of his past deeds. And so he went to Rhodes to deliver the final blow to the besieged city.
You conspire against me! Athena! You will... Don't let him open the door!
killed them all. He still has some of the powers of a god. Run! I am the god of war!
Alright, so this is the game that everyone's been asking me to try, and I finally have it working. Well, sorta. Watch this, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
My vengeance ends now. My brothers, we were forged in victory. A victory that ended the Great War and brought forth the reign of Mount Olympus. Born from the depths of the underworld. Rooted in the River of Souls. Our mountain emerged out of the chaos. As it grew, so too did the might of the Orient. A world that lives in the shadow and safety of my mountain. A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power. Now, on this day, that power is to be tested. The mortal Kratos seeks to destroy all that I have wrought. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite. We will stand together. And I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail.
Alright, so I'm loaded in the game, but my character is missing all its textures, as well as the NPCs around me and some of the objects. But this is huge for RPCS3, because I'm in the game and I can actually play the game, well, sorta. But I would almost blame this on my 8 Elite chip, because they don't have the proper, drivers, the turnip drivers and stuff like that. But if you do not have an 8 Elite chip, try this out. I've seen people posting videos playing this game. Let me know in the comments if it works for you and what kind of chip your phone has. If you made it this far in the video, that is awesome. Thank you, and please subscribe if you're not already. I have a lot of viewers that are not subscribed, but I really need you to subscribe.